To my channel. In this video, we will see number-based conversion. Why we need a number conversion? For example, if you have a system and that system processes only on octal numbers, but you have a data which is available in decimal format. If you are directly giving this decimal number into this system means the system will not process this data because it will process only the octal numbers. So here it is not possible to given the decimal number into octal system. So in such cases we need number conversion. Convert your decimal number into octal number, then that is given to the system. Then only the process will be done. The possible number conversions are decimal to any number system with base R and any number system with base R to decimal. Then interconversion between binary, octal and hexadecimal. That is binary to octal and octal to binary, binary to hexadecimal and hexadecimal to binary, octal to hexadecimal and hexadecimal to octal. So these are the possible number conversions. Next, let us see how to convert our decimal number into any number system with base R. Your decimal number may be an integer or fraction part. So there is a different procedure to convert the integer part and fraction part. So normally we are using radix divide and radix multiply method for this conversion. Radix divide method is used for integer and radix multiply method is used for fraction part. If your decimal number is an integer, you have to divide the integer and the successive quotient by the base value R, and you have to accumulate the remainder to get the new number with base R. But if it is a fraction part means you have to multiply the fraction part with the base value R, and here you have to accumulate the integer to get the new number with base R. Let us see one example. Convert 26.625 with a base value of 10 into binary number. So base value 10 means it is a decimal number. Here you have to convert this decimal number into binary. This decimal number has decimal point. That means it has both integer part and fraction part. So first one, you have to separate the integer part and fraction part. So here integer is 26 and fraction is 0.625 because there is a different procedure to convert integer and fraction part. So first one is integer part. Integer part we have to use the radix divide method. So here we are going to convert our decimal number into binary. In binary the base value is 2. So you have to divide this integer by 2. 26 divide by 2. 13 2s are 26. Here the remainder is 0. So write the remainder here. Next again divide this 13 by 2. You get 6. 6 2s are 12. The remainder is 1. Again divide by 2. You get 2 3s are 6 and the remainder is 0. Again you can divide. So if you are dividing 3 by 2 you get 1. 1 2s are 2 and the remainder is 1. After this you cannot divide. So you can stop here. The remainder, if you are accumulating the remainder, you get the binary value. How to accumulate? Here this last remainder will give you the most significant bit of your binary number. And this first remainder will give you the least significant bit of your binary number. What is most significant bit and least significant bit? Most significant bit is the leftmost bit of your binary value. And what is least significant bit? It is the rightmost bit of your binary value. So you have to start from here. This is the most significant bit and you have to write in this order, and the first remainder will give you the least significant bit of your binary value. So the answer is 11010. This is the corresponding binary number for this decimal number 26. Next, if you come to the fraction part, you have to use the radix multiply method. That means you have to multiply the fraction part by the base value. Here the base value is 2. So first 0.625 is multiplied with 2, you get 1.250. Here you have to separate the integer. So integer is 1, you have to separate this, and this fraction part is again multiplied with the base value 2. Here you have to do the continuous multiplication. So 0.250, it is multiplied with 2, then you get 0.500. Here the integer part is 0, so separate this, and this fraction part 0.500 is again multiplied with 2. Now you get 1.000. Here the integer is 1, separate this 1. Here the fraction part is 000. 0 multiplied with anything is equal to 0, so you can stop here. Okay. Now this integer, if you are accumulating this integer, then you get the corresponding binary value. How to accumulate? You have to start from here, first integer part. So you have to write in this order next to the binary point. That is, your answer is 0.101. So next value to that binary point is here. So you have to start from here 101. 0.101. This is the binary equivalent of your number 0.625. And here your question is convert 26.625 into binary number. So at last you have to combine this integer and fraction part. So the final answer is 11010.101. This is your final answer. Next, I will tell you how to convert your decimal integer into binary without doing radix divide method. Here we are going to use a positional weight of the binary number. Okay, so let us see one example. Convert 26 base 10 into binary number. This 26 can be represented by 5-bit binary number. And we know the position weight of our binary number. Here the position weight is represented by the powers of base value, and here the base value is 2. So the position weight is represented as 2 power 0. We need only 5 bits. So least significant bit is 2 power 0, then 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3 and 2 power 4. And we know the value of this 2 power 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. The values are 16. Here it is 8, 4, 2 and 1. So these are the position weights. We need 26, right? So if you are adding 16 with 8, you get 24, right? Here there is 26. So 16 plus 8, you get 24. We need 26. Again, it should be added with 2. So here 16 plus 8 plus 2, you get 26. Now put 1 on those place and 0 in all other place. Put 1 on those place and 0 in all other places. So this is the binary equivalent of your decimal number 26. So this is a simple method to find the binary value from the decimal integer. The problem is convert the decimal number 12 into binary number. Here this 12 can be represented by 4-bit binary number. So we need 4 bits in the binary number system, and the position weights are 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2 and 2 power 3, because we need only 4 bit to represent this 12. And we know the value of this 2 power 3, 2, 1 and 0. The values are 8, 4, 2, 1. We need 12. Here if you are adding 8 with 4, you get 12. There is no other option to get 12. There is only one option. If you are adding 8 with 4, you get 12. So put 1 in that places. So here 1, and put 0 in all other places. So you get 1100. So this 1100 is the binary equivalent of your decimal number 12. So this is the easy way to find the binary equivalent of the given decimal integer. If you know the position weight, you can easily find out the binary equivalent without doing radix divide method. Next is decimal to octal number conversion. It is the same as decimal to binary number conversion. In octal number system, the base value is 8. So you have to divide the decimal integer by 8 and you have to multiply the decimal fraction by 8. So that is the difference between decimal to binary conversion and decimal to octal conversion. All the procedure are same. Let us see one example. Convert 96 base 10 into octal number. Here it is an integer. So you have to use radix divide method. For that you have to divide the integer and successive quotient by the base value. In octal number system the base value is 8. So divide this 96 by 8. 12 8s are 96. So the remainder is 0. Next you can divide this 12 by 8. 1 8s are 8. The remainder is 4. Here also you have to start from the last remainder. This will give you the most significant bit of your octal number, and this first remainder will give you the least significant bit of your octal number. So you should start from here. Answer is 140. 140 is the corresponding octal number for this decimal number 96. This is for integer part. So next let us see one example in fraction part. Convert 0.12 with base 10 into octal number. Here it is a fraction. So you have to use the radix multiplying algorithm. Here this fraction part should be multiplied with the base value 8. So multiply this 0.12 by 8. Then you get 0.96. During this multiplication you have to separate the integer. Here the integer is 8. So separate this. Again this fraction part 0.96 is multiplied with 8. So 0.96 into 8 you get 7.68. Now separate this integer. Here the fraction part is 0.68. It is again multiplied with 8. So you get 5.44. Integer is 5. Separate this. Now the fraction is 0.44. 0.44 is again multiplied with 8. Now you get 3.52. Here the integer is 3. So again you have to multiply this 0.52 by 8. It will goes on. So you can stop here. If it is goes endless, then you can stop at 4 or 5 bits. Okay. So you can stop here. And if you are accumulating this integer, then you get the resultant octal number. So here you have to start from the first integer. So this will give you the bit which is next to the radix point, right? So the answer is 0.0753. And don't forget to put this 3 dots because we are not found the exact value. We stopped here because it goes on. Okay, so don't forget to put this. In same method you can find that hexadecimal equivalent from the given decimal number. If it is an integer, you have to divide the integer and successive quotient by 16. And if it is a fraction part means you have to multiply the fraction part by 16. So same method, by the same method you can convert your decimal number into hexadecimal. Thank you.